Alrighty, it's time for another game. First game as Saint 3. I know we screwed up a lot last game, but you know, we're just gonna have to do our best. Same as always. Here we've got a really terrible hand with no Yakuhai and just in general pretty bad blocks. We're just gonna go ahead and pretend to flush. I'm keeping the Sozo in hand because technically we could go for a Sozo flush. That being said, the 8 Sozos being gone means that that's probably not going to happen either. I'm wondering if we should just get rid of one of these guys and start going for Keiten already. Which sounds really stupid, but I mean, come on. This hand is really not happening. Going for Keiten on turn 3? I mean, you know, maybe more realistic than you think. We've got 4 blocks. The thing is though, there's still a possible way for us to win this hand. The key to this is pairing up one of these Yakuhai, right? Then we're just in Go land. So we're just gonna try and do that. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but you know, we gotta do something. We gotta do something with this hand. And if that something is, well, what it is, then, you know, so be it. We don't need this content anymore because we already have 4 blocks elsewhere, and one of our 5th blocks is the Yakuhai. I wonder if we should just go ahead and drop the green. Probably should have done that earlier, but also, like, you know, this is really disgusting. Oh my god. Can I drop this 4 or something? I mean, the thing is, right now, it's turn 7, right? If someone calls Ricci, like that, we still have safe tiles. So it's not like that bad to get rid of this green. You know, our other tiles are still perfectly fine in terms of utility for building, although we are like so far away, it is ridiculous. But now we don't have to worry about that because now we can just worry about folding and be groovy. Now if we had that green in our hands, we would have an easier time folding, but you know. We should have a pretty decent time folding anyways. We've got this pair of Wests as well. That's gonna go ahead and full unfold. Yep. Make sure to observe whether anyone is pushing anything, because then we can react to them. As of right now, it doesn't really look like there's any of that. So, we just need to worry about this guy for now. That was not a push. But we're kind of stuck now. So, well, when you're stuck, just go ahead and drop this pair, I suppose. Seems like the best thing to do. I think, maybe. Now white's safe. Sweet. There are a couple of Suji in our hand, but we're not really going to worry about that yet. I think just dropping the pair of West is perfectly fine. Next up is the 7s and Muns. We don't see enough of those yet. Well, okay, next up is the white, sorry. We don't see enough of those 5s to make the 6s safe, for example. They could deal into a Liamen still, right? There's also 3 4s on the board, but not the 4th one. We're gonna drop the 1 next. And deal into often. There's the 3rd 5, I mean not the 3rd, the 4th 5, meaning that the 6s and 7s are a lot safer now. And we should have basically a super duper easy fold at this point. Alright, how expensive is it? Please don't be Hanuman at least. That is my... okay, yeah, that's not... I was a little worried there. I was like, wait, is that Suhanko? But yeah, looks like we're great. Just a Mangan. Well, I mean, it's not... we're in last place, of course, but... at least it's not a Hanuman. Alright, next hand. We got 1, 2, 3 blocks. Dora is white. We got 2 Yakuhai. Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to be a cheap hand, but at least we've got 1 Akka. This one's an awkward one to use. Question is whether you drop the Yakuhai or not. I mean, I think it's probably fine to do so. It's probably fine to keep them. Yes, we do lose a bit of acceptance over on the bottom of the Zozo, but with 3 blocks over here, maybe there is a possibility of going for a flush. Maybe that's a bit of a bad direction to go towards though, because well, there's the red over here. Here I'm wondering if we maybe should start going for 7 pairs. But I don't really want to drop the 4 just yet. There's also Taiyao, right? If we attach something to the 4, we've got 4 blocks for Taiyao. So I don't really want to get rid of that route just yet. Just gonna go ahead and drop the green for now. And see what comes our way. Yeah, so here we've got, what's it called, blocks for the Taiyao. And so we're probably just gonna go ahead and drop the 8, as in 5 blocks for the Taiyao. That being said, the block over here is pretty bad. So, you know, if we do get into 7 pairs Ishanten, well, I might go ahead and do that, I suppose. Well, we might go ahead and, like, drop the 4, is what I mean. Yep, that's 7 pairs Ishanten. Let's drop the 4. Don't deal in. Wait. I didn't ask nicely that time, but hey, sometimes even if you don't ask nicely, right? Things come your way. If we pair the north, we'll call... Do we Richi? I don't know about that. Fine, we're not gonna Richi, we're just gonna Dama. But this one, no, this one we're gonna Richi. Holy yeah. We're gonna Richi because it's honor weight. Honor weight's pretty good. Just Richi. Even if you Richi, it's not gonna come out any harder. Or it's not gonna be that much harder for it to come out. People will drop it. It's hard to use. Unless they've got like a triplet of them in hand, for example. But if someone's folding and they've got the triplet in their hand, they're gonna drop it. Absolutely, they're gonna drop it. So yeah. Even if that kind of thing happens, it's all good. The only problem is if someone is pushing and they've got a triplet in their hand, then yeah, it's not gonna come out of their hand probably. But you know, we can't really do anything about that. So you know, yeah. Are you gonna drop the north, please? Oh man. They still haven't finished dropping their non-Mansu. That's a little strange. But alright. Okay, thank you for the north. 64 is pretty strong. Alright, let's keep on going. We are second place going into East 3, meaning if we keep this second place, we're going to be able to be second place in All Last. Crazy how that works. We're going to try and do that because that's kind of really good to do. I'm not really sure what to do with this hand. We already have 5 blocks, so this 9-pin isn't really that useful. Considering even if we draw a block around it, well, it's not going to give us any improvement to our shape. I guess we could pair it up, but you could pair up an Honor 2, for example, right? Now we are Ishanten. Guess we'll just take Palm for Tenpai. Might as well get a fast win. Even if our weight's not good, well, we can get in something like that. Here I'm not really sure what to do over here. You could keep the 7, but also even if we draw the 6, like, here, you know, Gammon isn't that great. Now I kind of regret it, but it's fine. Whatever. I mean, it's not like we could do anything about it. I do think dropping the 7 is okay-ish. Here, we can just go ahead. Do we drop the 4 or the 2? I'm going to go ahead and keep the 4 because if we do draw the 5, we can still use it by, you know, dropping the 7, for example. Here, we're just Tenpai. Do we ever Pwn? I don't think so, no. There's no reason for us to Pwn and make our weight worse. Here, we can win on the 9 for Chanta, which is 2,000 points. 2,000 points. The upgrade from 1,000 points to 2,000 points is actually pretty huge in this point situation, especially if we do get it off first place. Gonna make it a lot easier to get first. But, well, you know, I'll take any win, obviously. We see all the door out and 1 Aka, which means that it's gonna be pretty tough for someone to make a Dama hand that's expensive. Because, well, there's so many Dora out. No one can use the real Dora, and there's only 2. There's only 2 usable Dora left, is what I want to say. Meaning that if someone is going to have, well, if someone's going to be in Tenpai, it's going to be a lot more important for them to call Richi. Because, well, their hand is probably not that expensive. Meaning that right now no one's in Tenpai. Nobody. Absolutely no one. Except maybe this guy, but I don't believe it. This person, the first place person, is less incentivized to call Rikishi just because, well, if they win anything, they're first place still. But whatever. Surprise Pikachu face. Alright. Well, that's fine. It was cheap. Again, we saw a little door out, so, you know, whatever, right? Great. 1, 2, 3 blocks. What do we want to do here? Well, we're in second place, so our mission is to not get last place. However, if we can't get first place, we'd like to get it. The only problem is that we kind of need to get Mangan Sumo to do that, which is a bit tough. 64 enough? No. Well, either way, looks like we're doing Piafu. There's also, like, you know, Itsu potential, but I don't think it's that likely. We'll see, we'll see. I don't know if I want this white, but we're just gonna keep it just because, come on, this thing's not dealing in on turn 4, right? Please. I don't know if it's the best thing to keep it, but I mean, if it pairs up, it helps our hand, so, you know, that's enough of a reason for me. Now I've got this one. So here, like, I think I would like to drop the 7 just to keep this white in our hand. It's not necessarily safe, but still, you know, with this point situation, I would like to keep at least one safe dish towel. That being said, we do have one safe towel against the dealer, 9 pin. We got one safe towel against the person who canned, the 3 pin. But, you know, seeing that we do have our blocks sort of-ish, formed, you know, I think it might be okay to drop 7. Yes, it does. We do have quite a few improvements on top, but, you know, whatever, right? Here now I'm wondering if we should drop the 3 and just accept that we're probably not gonna win this hand unless we start calling, and then we're just gonna do Itsu. But it feels a little sad. It does feel a little sad, but we're gonna do this just because I would like the ability to fold against anyone who calls Rikishi soon. And for that, I'm going to keep a lot of safe towels. This 3 is sus, yes. But, you know, whatever. We're doing it. We're doing it. 6. I don't think it's that dangerous yet, so we're just gonna drop it. And so now we can Chi plus Chi in order to get Tenpai with a Yaku. We'll do it. I believe in it. Oh, never mind. Well, in that case, we can just drop this safe towel. We advanced our hand, luckily. And we can even cheat to get Tenpai. Even if we do that, we've got safe towels against dealer. Plenty of them. So it's not really a problem. That is a problem. That's a towel that's not safe against them. The question is whether you just, you know, fold right now and keep the north for later. I don't think it's that bad because there's a lot of safe towels that are safe against both of these guys. And also, even if we... Okay... Yeah, I don't feel like dropping any of the 1 or the 4, so we're just gonna chill and drop this 7, 8, 9, which is safe against, well, basically everyone. I could have started with the 7, to be honest, because that might get dangerous against that guy later, but looks like we are in luck. They did not change their hand after the 7 pin, so it should be still safe. Also, even if we do deal into, like, a Mangan, for example, we're still not going to get last, so it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it's not, like, that big of a deal. Yes, I know, but it's still a big deal. But it's not that big of a deal, is what I mean. Here, this 9 is not safe, so we're not going to drop it. But, well, if we can find a way to get Tenpai, that would be really nice. So we're still going to, you know, try our best to do that. Okay. Is that a Hanuman? Yes? Alright then. Well, I guess it's game over. We got 3rd place. Alright then. Fine. I mean, I'll take it. Minus, how many points? 3 points? Yeah. Alright. Very well. Please stop talking so I can end the video. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.